Hallo Leute, willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von der Blue Skies Mod. In der heutigen Folge werden wir weitermachen mit der Yuri-Route und schauen, was passiert, während wir jetzt Banner machen werden mit ihr für das Festival. Wir sagen, fackeln die Schlange um und legen los. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. I pick up my window and notice Yuri. She's not supposed to be here for a while. I go downstairs and open the front door. Uh, I was worried it was the wrong house. I probably should have asked about it earlier. No, it's okay. You're a bit early though. But it's alright. I'm glad I took the time to tidy things up before she arrived. If she'd arrived early and hadn't done anything, I would have been really embarrassed. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. I suppose I was just a bit anxious that I follow directions wrong. So, ich nehme kurz das Mikro ein bisschen höher. So. You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Well, I actually had a bit of trouble. Is that so? You had texted me a list of art supplies yesterday, and I was supposed to pick them up for the day. It probably works out this better since she'll be able to get exactly what she's working for. Well, we should be able to make some things from the art room at school. As long as I could leave my things at your house first, I'd rather not carry them with me. Sure, no problem. I quickly opened the front door to my house, and you replaced the things just past it. That way, we'll see them as soon as you get back. Right then, shall we? The two of us briskly start walking to school. The weather's beautiful, and a light breeze blows through the streets. Yuri's rather quiet, but she doesn't seem to be annoyed. I come to learn that she tends to appreciate things so far, so her silence isn't too worrying. It's odd being at school on the weekend. The mood of the place feels totally different without the crowds of students around. Yuri leads me down a long corridor until we reach a large, imposing door. This should be it. With a slight creak, she opens the door and heads inside. The smell of dried plain lingers in the air. Oh, das sieht schon cool aus. While not terribly large, this place should have what we're looking for. Okay, so we'll need a large cloth banner and some paints. Do you have brushes already? I think so. It couldn't hurt me to get some more though. Yuri strides through the classroom, a determined look on her face. It's a quite stunning contrast to how she usually appears. I kinda like it. She bends down and pulls a long, thick sheet of fabric from her shelf down below. With surprising haste, she folds it up into a neat bundle and tucks it under her arm. You know, Kazuma... Yeah? Well... She closes her eyes, taking a quick breath. I know we haven't even started yet, but this is nice. We're doing something so simple together, yet it feels so rapturing. That's a bit forward, isn't it? He seems to think so too, as her face flushes. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. We're not even decorating yet, I'm ruining things. She retreats into a deep purple shroud of her hair, fidgeting with a loose strand. Now there's Yuri I'm more accustomed to. Yuri, I thought we went over this. You don't have to worry about that. I know that's just your way of expressing how excited you are to start working on your part of the festival. I'm excited too. Okay, if that's how you feel. She nervously scans the shelves, picking out the various different paints we'll need. In the end, we spent a bit more time than I was expecting here. It seems Yuri really pays attention to the quality of what she wants. But it will make things go well with you today, I don't mind. Right, shall we head back to my place and get started on this? Yes, we should have everything we need now. Okay, that's good. Once we arrive back at my house, I unlock the door and guide her up to my bedroom. There should be enough space for us to work on the banner up there. As soon as I open the door, Yuri wanders around my room curiously. Kazuma, your house is remarkably tidy. I cleaned it before you came over, so... Oh, you didn't have to do that just for me. Oh no, it would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. I see. That makes sense after all. After all, a clear room makes a clear mind, does it not? Cleaning can be very therapeutic. I would have been more than happy to have helped you. Please, what kind of host would I be if I left this place a tip? Besides, I like to know where everything is, Mom. Everything has its own place, you know? Yuri nods and walks over to my desk. She carefully studies the various collectibles I have set up on it. Suddenly she reaches down and... Wait, don't look at there. She snatched Yuri's wrist, which was the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Do forgive me, Kazuma. I shouldn't be poking around the podium of others. I don't know why I did that. It's okay, I just... Well, never mind. I'm glad I managed to catch her before she got a chance to look inside. There's things in there I'm not really comfortable sharing with others. Let go of Yuri's wrist. She starts to fidget her hands, gently squeezing them. So, what did you have planned, Yuri? Yes. I thought about some ways we could transform the club room. With the right atmospheric pieces, we could morph the world into our own citadel of scanation, or domain of declension, or Yuri blushes. Perhaps she feels as though she got a bit carried away? That sounds ambitious. What kinds of atmospheric pieces were you thinking of? Well, even something as simple as adjusting lighting or employing aromatherapy could be wonderful. Wow. I am impressed, Yuri. You really put a lot of thought into this. It's nothing, really. I was just hoping that I could make a recital an event that plugs at the soul. Through our words, our visitors can experience the struggles and strive vigorously. That sounds intense. Tense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. You don't need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I bought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri munches through her bag. She pulls out a cylindrical wooden object and places it on my desk. I'd thought about covering the windows up and having small candles provide the room's illumination. I think it would make our event much more of an intimate affair. Don't you agree? Huh. Yeah. The way you worded that sounds a bit forward, doesn't it? I choose not to pass it, though. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, it's an oil diffuser. It's actually my personal one from home. Tell me, Kazuma, how much do you know about aromatherapy? Not as much I like to. Oh, well, let me tell you about it a little. I believe the scent of an aura can completely alter how we perceive it. Being able to alter the aura of the room like that, there's something magical about it. Yuri opens it up and retrieves a tiny glass bottle from her bag, alongside a bigger plastic one filled with water. She empties the larger bottle into the diffuser, then uncaps the tiny bottle and adds a few drops to it. And then pushes the button. Within seconds, a delightful smelling mist delicately falls out of it. Wow, that smells wonderful. What was the stuff you were adding to it? Ah, it's my favorite essential oil. It's derived from the jasmine flower. It has a beautiful, alluring scent. Wouldn't you agree? It really does smell nice. Was there the particular reason you chose it? Well, it's true that jasmine can aid relaxation. It has various other properties. It can enhance your emotion and stir the mind. Or it might simply be curiosity can go into rapturing awe and wonder, and mild interest can blossom into an exciting infatuation. Some would describe it as an aphrodisiac, but I think that has more to do with the warm feeling it can give you. You're drawn in, your heart pounding along with the world around you. Doesn't that sound pulchentientis? Oh Jesus, Kazuma? Yeah, I think that would be perfect. I'm not sure what that word means, but based on her reaction, it must mean something good. You're quite an expert on this, aren't you? I'll trust your judgment. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of ribbon. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different kanji character on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. And we can fasten kanji paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. May attract some to peek inside. It's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. You gills with red cheeks. Is it just me or she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's just the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, customer. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting ribbons. I'll wait. Sit down on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to match my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to a desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is generally tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. It's just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and a feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? It's kind of intense. But that's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxed her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it on in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Because of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Kazuma! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. Can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood tickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. That's... She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. Where do you keep your first aid kit? We'll need to sterilize the wound, then mop it to hold the blood flow. Yeah, of course, it should... I raise my hand, cutting Yuri off. Yuri, I don't think it's that serious. I'll probably just need a bandage. Yuri pupils narrow, perhaps afraid that she went too far. But I appreciate your concern. Will you be okay for a little while? Yes, of course. I quickly run to the kitchen and rinse the cut, then apply small plaster. It stings a little, but that should be the worst of it. As I return, Yuri eyes startled around the room, as though she were too embarrassed to look at me. I went a bit overboard there. I'm sorry if I made things awkward, Yuri hangs her head shamefully. Yuri. My parents are doctors, so I always tend to jump to the most severe conclusions when it comes to personal injuries. I don't know how to read the situation. I'm sorry for making you feel so out of place. You're at home, so no less. Yuri, she's way too harsh on herself. How can I fix this? It's really okay. Your heart was in the right place. She doesn't look up. I appreciate that you were concerned about me, but I'm fine, see? It was only a tiny nicker. It's my fault anyway for being so careless with your knife. I see. The panic in her eyes evaporates, replaced by a calming stillness. Seeing her ease up a bit is reassuring. Maybe the oil diffuser's helping. Thank you for being patient with me, Kazuma. Yuri giggles shyly. It was really cute. I was definitely not expecting it. Her face grows hot. Yeah, no worries. I clear my throat. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the kanji. After we have finished attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and seems like it'll be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's going to look wonderful, isn't it? Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Well, remember the paint in the banner? I'd like to make something out of that. Something to display in the club room. Oh, that's right. You had made a big deal about fetching the banner from the art room. She must have been looking forward to this. Could you retrieve the paint and brushes from the other room? I can stay here and unravel the banner. Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. Thank you very much. I head downstairs and pick up the bag filled with acrylic paints, the mixing palettes, and several different colors. I stop to fill a couple of colors with water for diluting the brushes afterwards, then go back upstairs. Yuri? Kazuma? As I open the door, Yuri is hurriedly rolling her sleeve over her arm. Oh, nothing. Your face is a little wet. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's get to work. I can't shake the feeling that there's something she's not telling me, but I don't push the point further. So, I think we did a good color gradient across the banner. It would look wonderful. Starting with warm colors, then blending into darker shades. I thought a day-to-night cycle would be really pretty. Once it's finished, we could write something inspirational across it. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. I'll kneel down on the opposite side of the banner as Yuri. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on the banner with other colors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, if this is too immature for you, then I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know. Yeah, I suppose it is. I'm glad you feel that way, Kazuma. You placed the brush down, pondering to herself. Most people our age want to do wild things, but I'm usually more comfortable doing something soothing. So, I'm quite content with just a bit of company. Even if it's something simple, like reading. We don't need to be talking a lot. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it makes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even Yuri and I are quite different, and I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience of someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I know you understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Yuri looks back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? I don't think so. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is that something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. So it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then dampen it with hot water. I turn to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's warm. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Hold on a moment. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine all giving me this dizzying feeling? Yuri's gentle fingertips round up my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hastily retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! Incidentally, I'm glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? I know it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping you would have extra time after finishing your work. Well, you thinks to yourself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean it isn't the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. But because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I thought we don't like going out much. As I stumble my words, Yuri simply smiles specially. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Kazuma. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't want to make things awkward, but... I would like to spend more time with you as well, Kazuma. She takes a slow, deep breath and releases my hand. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, I'll see you at the festival. With one last smile, Yuri starts to head home. She looks back over her shoulder, but then quickly turns back around. I'm really grateful that I got to do this with Yuri. I enjoyed my time with her a lot. The way she said she simply enjoys having company. I understand exactly what she means. Tomorrow's going to be incredible. I just know it. Okay. Damit hätten wir die Banner und die Vorbereitung von unserer Seite abgeschlossen. Und jetzt ist es Tag des Festivals, nehme ich mal an, ne? Und eine Schwarzblende. Okay, ich würde sagen, wir lassen uns auf... Oh. Okay, ich würde sagen, wir lassen uns einfach jetzt skippen bis zu dem Teil, wo wir dann nächste Folge anfangen. Das war schneller wie erwartet. Aber okay, dann saven wir hier und beenden dann hier die Folge. Also dann danke fürs Zuschauen von der Folge. Es geht gut voran. Wir sind zwar noch immer in dem, sozusagen, wie soll ich das jetzt sagen? In dem Hauptspiel, sag ich mal einfach mal. Im Sinn davon, dass wir noch immer in Teilen sind, wo im richtigen Spiel noch abgelaufen sind. Obwohl eigentlich nicht jetzt so eine Zwischenetappe. Wir gehen jetzt langsam auf den Übergang eigentlich, weil jetzt kommt ja eigentlich Tag des Festivals und normalerweise werden wir hier dann zurücklaufen und da würde etwas mit ZOWIE passieren und da wird der Akt 2 und Akt 3 danach und alles so blablabla. Weil das ein Originalspiel kennt. Also die Spruce-Geist-Mod, die jetzt wo wir durchspielen, halt Original Doki Doki, weißt du, was ich meine. Aber, okay, das heißt, nächste Folge müssen wir normalerweise in noch relativ bekannten Territorien kommen. Aber abhängig von wie es abläuft, können wir in den nächsten Folgen schon in Kapitel 2 kommen. Ich glaube, da wird sich dann ganz viel ändern. Aber das sehen wir dann, wenn wir dann soweit sind. Aber dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis dann bei der nächsten Folge. Tschö!